Hello, YouTube. I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel. So today I would like to take a moment to talk about my newest addition, which is the Smith & Wesson 1854. This is Smith & Wesson's very first attempt at a lever action, well, since 1854 when they had the volcanic. So today's the first day I had the opportunity to shoot it. Just got it a couple days ago. It's been killing me. I've been dying to get out here and shoot it and see if it was going to live up to the hype. Well, I didn't bring it out alone. So I brought 4 lever guns with me just to compare. So over here on my right, I've got the Henry Big Boy X, which is sort of a semi-tactical Henry because it's got M-lock on it. It's threaded barrel. It's got a Picatinny rail. Anyway, actually, you know what? I think I put the Picatinny rail on it. It didn't come with the Picatinny rail, or the optic, obviously. Okay, so I wanted to compare the actions on these different guns. So we got the Henry Big Boy X, and that's in 357. I have here the Marlin 4570. This is the, what is this, the 1895? I don't remember. Anyway, it's the lever action 4570, and I love this gun. I actually love the Henry too. Shoots to 38 and 357. It really feels like they're 22s. Over here, I have the Citadel. The Citadel is made by Rossi, I believe, and I think it's Brazilian. This is a lower end lever action gun, but it's in 44 Magnum, and that's important that I brought it tonight because I was really trying to compare the Smith & Wesson with the higher tier guns, but the only other 44 Magnum I have is that Citadel. And of course the Smith & Wesson here came in 44 Magnum. So just real briefly, I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of videos on these, on this particular rifle. It's threaded. All 4 of these are threaded for suppressors. This has 3 M-lock slots. You've got the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, so you can put your lasers, lights, bipods, vacuums, whatever floats your boat, night vision, or night light, I don't know, whatever the hell you want. So it has a tube that you can open to drain the magazine. It's not for loading though. It's strictly for it's a side loader only. It is synthetic stock, a polymer stock with really nice stippling and just overall good traction and a nice soft butt pad. When I handled it in the store, I liked it. I was excited about it. And today I had the opportunity to shoot it, and we'll talk about my findings in just a little bit. But overall, I liked the build. So let's take a look and see how it shoots. This is the new Smith & Wesson 1854, which is Smith & Wesson's first attempt at a lever gun since 1854. This hails back to their volcanic. Anyway, they're back in the game. I guess they got pissed off because Henry started making revolvers. So they're like, you know what? Screw that. We're going to go into the lever action business. So we are going to take a look at it. This is in 44, and it is a touch of old and a touch of new. The old, obviously, we got the lever action cowboy model here, but it is polymer. We got a polymer stock. It's interchangeable with Marlin parts, the 1894 parts, I believe. We got a threaded barrel. We have a tube that you can use for unloading but not loading. And by the way, it's on a spring, so be careful with it. We have 3 M-locks at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and they're nice and flush. So if you want to put a laser and a light and a bipod and whatever the hell you want on it, you certainly can. It's yours. Have fun with it. We also have a rail with the, and it has some. And as I said, it's in 44. So let's compare this. The other 44 lever gun that I have is the Citadel, which I think is made by Rossi. So also a shit ton of M-locks and also a threaded barrel. A little more tactical. Also has a rail. The rail's a little more forward. Also, the ejector on the Rossi is up, and the ejector on the Smith & Wesson is to the right. All right, let's load these up. I'm going to put 5 rounds in both, and we'll shoot them, and I'll compare the actions and the triggers and let you guys know what I think. Start with the new one. All right. Let's check this action. Not bad, not bad. Fairly smooth. Trigger is a flat face. Ooh, the trigger is on a swing. Huh, interesting. All right. But it stays back, I just noticed. And it comes right back to a wall. So from the wall, let's see what we got here. Actually, really, it's a nice break. I do have to say that. It's weird that it does that swinging, but you have to sort of almost push out on it to make that happen, which I don't recommend doing, by the way. But I'm, a professional here doing it for you. But it really goes right to the wall. As soon as my finger goes in there, boom, I'm right at the wall. It's nice. It's crisp. There's no. I can't complain. I'm actually having a lot of fun, so I definitely can't complain. I think maybe in that. Let's see. Yep. When I'm at the range shooting a 44 lever action, I will not complain. All right, Rossi's up. Let's see. You know what? I'm calling it a Rossi. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it is. Citadel, I think, is made by Rossi. But what I was about to say is this action was smoother. Now, in all fairness, this gun's been shot many times. This gun, not so much. This is its first day being shot ever. So I'll give it a little. Actually, this hasn't been shot that much. This has been. I would say not even 50 rounds have been through this. So definitely a smoother action. Definitely smoother. All right, I've established the action. Let's see the trigger. All right, this trigger doesn't fuck around. This trigger is right on. Let me see something. Yeah, there's no swing here. This trigger is right where it is, and as soon as it moves, the bullet starts to move. I think that may have been it. Let's see. And that's why I do that. Okay. For the moment, I'm liking this more. If this holds a couple less rounds. I'm not. I forgot. This is 9+1, but it's an almost 20-inch. This is a shorter barrel. I really wasn't. The point of the review wasn't to go into the Citadel. It was to go into the Smith & Wesson. But the Citadel is shining right now, I have to say. The action's better. The trigger's better. Let's try 5 more. Let's try 4. We'll do 4 and 4 coming up here. So it's kind of fun shooting lever guns. It's just enjoyable. And there's something to be said for the compactness of a lever gun. I mean, really, there's no magazine, awkward magazine hanging off in front. It's all very compact. I guess this is why this is such a good cowboy gun to put into a, you know, a holster or sheath or whatever it's called for you have on a horse. All right, let's load up the Citadel. Okay. All right, 4 and 4. I'm going to do 2, 2, 2, and 2, so I can just sort of compare. So here we go. All right, this is not a bad action. It's just not. It's not super gliding smooth. Trigger again. Once it's against the wall, there's that little. I don't know if you can see this, but there is play here. This trigger. Let's see if I can wiggle this around. So it's sort of all over the place. Once it's back against the wall. Once it's back against the wall, it's there. And it just breaks. So there is no play after that. And that was crunchy. That was a crunchy action. Okay. And after shooting it, it closed a little bit more, which is weird because it was all the way down. All right, let's go Rossi. Or Citadel, I'll call it Citadel because I know that for sure. All right, here we go. That trigger is better. And that action is smoother. There's no crunchiness to that. I like it. All right, let's go to the other one. Yeah, going back and forth between the two really accentuates how much nicer the action and trigger are here. And I really overstated before because I really have shot less than a box of ammo out of the Citadel because I just didn't have a lot of 44. That's what I've now got a couple cases on order. All right, let's kill these last 2 rounds on this. All right, so Smith & Wesson 1854. I'm saying on a scale from 1 to 10, 6.4. All right. Citadel. I like that. And by the way, when shooting, I don't usually bring it down. Whoop. All right. That was. This is like a 7.8, which is interesting. Excellent. All right, so let's talk about my findings here. So between these 2 guns, between my Rossi Citadel and the Smith & Wesson 1854, I have to say the Rossi had a smoother action and a better trigger. It's hard to say that, but it did, and it costs about half as much. The action is definitely tight. Well, I shouldn't say tight. It's gritty. It's not smooth. Definitely, of the 3 other guns on this table, of all 4 guns, this is the worst of the actions that I'm feeling right now. From a trigger standpoint, let me get this where you can see it, hopefully. The trigger is a wiggler. So right now it is cocked, ready to fire, And it's got this trigger that just sort of can fall forward. In fact, just with gravity, I don't know if you can see that, but the trigger's moving just with the gun moving. Now, that said, as soon as that trigger is on the wall, and it doesn't take any effort at all to get it on the wall, it's there. Boom. You're perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's good. It's a good trigger once it's on the wall. But the fact that it has that mobility, none of the other triggers really have that. I never really thought about it, but after I noticed it on that, I'm like, that seems odd. 100% nothing like that on the Citadel. The Citadel is I mean, it's right where it is. You move it, the bullet starts moving, you're in the game. I'm curious about these guys. I didn't try them. Actually, you know what? The Marlin does it too. I take it back. I just never noticed it. I don't know if you can see. The Marlin trigger wiggles. Interesting. But again, when it's back and you're in good position. What about Henry? No, Henry does not do that. Henry's not down with that bullshit. Henry is like the Citadel. It's right where it is, and boom, it goes as soon as you pull it. The Henry and the Citadel, I think, have the two best triggers here. All right, the purpose of this isn't to go into a long video. It's just to sort of briefly talk about my findings with this. The Smith & Wesson 1854, this is not my last outing with it. I will take it out again. This gun is a quality gun. I'm not totally dissing this gun. I'm just a little disappointed so far. Now, I know I've seen that there's break-in periods and what have you, but I will mention one thing. The Citadel that I'm comparing it to has less than 50, well, no, it's still, I'd say even now, it has less than 50 rounds through it altogether. So it's not a heavily broken-in gun either, and by far, much smoother action and much better trigger. However, am I unhappy with this gun? I'm disappointed. God, I feel like my dad. You disappointed me. No, I am a little disappointed in it because I had high expectations, but I will tell you it is a ton of fun. I really enjoyed myself out there on the range with it. And if it, you know, there's going to be more information coming out on it as I have an opportunity to play with it more and more. I should point out, I did have 2 light strikes with it. What was that about? Hammer just fell.
Weak points for loudness, Herbie.
Safety's off. That's what I'm going for. That last one was real quiet since the hammer just went down with nothing. Let's see what that's about. All right, putting the safety on. Let's check that round. We got a light primer strike. That was interesting. Don't know why that was. Could it potentially have been the ammo? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it continues to perform. All right. Thank you all for watching. I'm Dr. Tactical. Dr. Tactical, out.